Hello, 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 YouTube. I'm back. Had to show my face. I had to show a little face. Guess what? It's my birthday. Go shorty. It's your birthday. Go shorty. 49 and feeling fine. And for my birthday, I am making something very special to me, something I've been craving, something that I only truly believe that you can get the best of in Montreal at VIP's restaurant. And those of you from Montreal probably already know what the heck I'm making. But for those of you who don't, ooh Lord, we making some ginger and shallot lobsters. I'm feeling some type of way because I gotta kill them. I found a humane way to do it, but I don't want to do it, but I'm gonna do it because I want to eat them. But we're making ginger and shallot lobsters for my birthday because it's my birthday. Get it, girl, get it, girl, get it. Woo! Giving thanks and praise to the Most High God and all the glory for 49 spins around the moon and the sun and all things. Ooh, because as you know, God is so good. He's good to me. I pray he's good to you too, all the damn time. So let's get back to this. We're making ginger shallot lobster here. If you're new here, welcome. This is me, Stacy, the one and only who's happy. It's her birthday. Hey, 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 hey. Life is good, y'all. And let's get into this video. Happy to just show my face and to just be with y'all and to celebrate my special day. Let's get this meal done because you know I'll be chatting up on this video forever and y'all don't need to be seeing me act the fool any more than you already have. So thank you for watching. Let's get this started. Mwah. Okay, so the journey began at St. Lawrence Market where I got to select my birthday lobsters. And the lady was so kind. She was so informative. She let me know the differences between a male lobster and a female lobster. And she explained to me that the female lobsters were the sweetest ones. So I brought those guys home. And I was feeling a bit guilty, but not guilty enough to not anticipate making this meal. So this is the female lobster where she said it had the little small blue part there. That's how you knew it was a girl. And then this was the male. So I got two females and one male. The male ones aren't as sweet as the female ones. So I just, put them in the sink, let them sit there for a bit, said a little prayer, asked for a little forgiveness, and went about in cutting them into the bits and pieces that I needed, which I didn't show because I just felt it was just wrong. So what we're going to start off with are some simple ingredients. Oh my God, so simple. You're going to take your green onion or your scallion and you're going to cut it up in 4 sections. And with the white parts, what you're going to do is you're going to beat on them a little bit. I was told that helps to bring out the flavor of the green onion. And this isn't my first time making this dish, but it is my first time filming myself doing it. And I'm just sharing a little bit of extra knowledge and explaining why I'm beating them down the way that I am. Next, you're going to move on to your ginger, another key ingredient, hence the name of the dish, ginger and shallot lobster. And you're going to finely slice those. You can slice them any way you choose. You can keep the skin on if you want to. I believe at VIPs, yeah, they do. They don't take the, they don't peel it. So you do get a bit of the skin and it's crispy. And I like how they do it. However, I'm in Toronto and I have yet to find a restaurant that makes it as good as VIP restaurants. So shout out to VIP restaurant for being the boss at making this, and this is me attempting to at least give myself a little taste of home away from home. So you're going to continue slicing those finely and set those aside, and you're going to move on to your garlic. Let me go ahead and smash those down. And they don't need to be minced. They just need to be chopped up fine enough. As you smash them, the flavors are already bursting through, and you can just, when you're cutting garlic, as you may know or may not know, like when you smash them, you just smell the aroma come out instantly. And garlic is like one of my favorite key things to put in everything that I cook. I do like using the minced garlic that you can buy in the store, but that's like for like specialty things, mostly for like Chinese food that I make, but not this particular dish. So here are all the ingredients chopped up. I have my garlic, my green onion, and my ginger, and there are the lobster pieces that I cut up and I cleaned, and I have them straining, and I'm going to put those into a large bowl so that I can begin with the process. So first I'm going to start off with making the sauce. So I'm going to add some cornstarch, about 2 tablespoons to a bowl, and then I'm going to go ahead and add some salt, not too much, because I'm going to add some oyster sauce as well, and oyster sauce is very salty. So here's the oyster sauce that I purchased. I got that also from the St. Lawrence Market. It's not my favorite brand, but it'll do. And I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of that in there. And then I'm going to add some brown sugar. I want to say 2 tablespoons was enough at first, and then I was like, let me add a 1/3. But then I began tasting and realized that I need a little more of some of the sugar. There's a 1/4 cup of soy sauce. And so we're going to go ahead and add our rice wine vinegar. Now, this is also optional. I believe they use this special wine. I was going to buy it, but I didn't foresee myself ever using it again, so I didn't bother with it. And I'm adding some of my sesame seed oil to it as well. And of course, the white pepper. That makes a big difference. Like if I use black pepper, it would taste differently. There's something about white pepper and Asian cooking that just, the flavors. I really need to find words to articulate how these seasonings make me feel, but I think you get the gist of it. So I'm gonna mix everything up as well as taste as I go. And I realized that the cornstarch was overpowering the sauce, and it was also very salty, so I had no choice but to add more of the brown sugar to it and a little bit more of the oyster sauce, because again, like I said, the cornstarch, I may have put too much, but it is what it is. I'm balancing the flavors right now. Once again, tasting, and it's a little bit too sour, so we're gonna go ahead and add some more brown sugar. It's all about balance for me, because I know that it will be cooked off in the pan, some of the salt, but I still want the sauce to taste like how the sauce will taste prior to cooking it off a bit at the end. So I make this first, and then I'll set it aside and move on to the next step, which is getting the lobster ready. Now, realizing, like I said, I have these hunches, I wanted to add a little bit of hoisin sauce. Now, this is my take on it. I'm actually obsessed with hoisin sauce. I think it needs to be on everything Asian related in terms of food. So I added a little bit, and that was exactly what it was missing to me. There may be some viewers out there who are like, that's not how we make it. That's fine. Please leave it in the comments. Any notes or tips that you may have for the next time I make this beautiful dish. Next, we're moving on to adding some cornstarch to the lobster. That is the only thing that I'm adding to the lobster during this cooking process while my oil is heating up. And I'm going to toss those around into the cornstarch. So here's the deal with this. What I like to do is, and I'm sure if I had a deep fryer, I may only need to do it once, but what I like to do is I like to add the cornstarch to it the first time, do a quick flash fry, then puts a little bit more cornstarch onto them and fry it again. So basically this lobster dish will have a double fry, and I'm only frying them for about, I want to say 2 to 3 minutes each time I go in for each batch. Not too long. So 2 to 3 minutes the first fry, and then 2 to 3 minutes the second fry, because most of the cooking of the lobster will be done when I'm adding the sauce and the ginger and the shallots and the garlic. You'll see coming up soon. You want to make sure that you get every piece coated. So you'll notice that I'm going to go in and I'm going to make sure that any of the wet bits are covered with the cornstarch. Now, I think my approach to this could have been done differently, but honestly and truly, I was just so excited to make this, but not as excited as I was to eat this, because you know what? It's your girl's birthday, and I mean, this is my dish for me, and today is my special day, and I'm just going with it. And I realized that anything that I cook as of late, I've been filming just so that I can have content. And so in my haste, I don't feel like I covered the first batch too well, but I mean, I'm doing a double fry, so I'm not too concerned about it. So here I am frying them for about, like I said, 2 to 3 minutes, and setting them aside and onto my metal tray. It's straining the oil, so it's not directly going onto the sheet pan. There is an actual metal tray that's over it that all the oils are, oh gosh, I'm so tongue-tied, that the oils are dripping down from. And making sure before I put them in the oil that the bits are fully covered. You want to make sure your oil is really, really, really hot. You don't want your lobsters to just be sitting in the oil. It's just not good, and it removes the, I mean, it does get crispy, but the crispiness won't stay crispy, because you are going to add that sauce that we had made in the beginning at the top of this video. So this is me sticking it back in. Now, I don't like to edit out most of my mistakes that I make, because I want to show y'all that mistakes do happen while cooking, and that it's a part of the cooking process, and it allows for you to figure things out. So I just wanted to show you that I was like, oh, let me just throw them back in real quickly. That did not work. Again, don't rush this. Don't be impatient like me. You know, my Aries nature has me out here thinking, oh, I should do it this way. So it didn't work out. I was like, let's just keep going with how I had initially planned, which to do the double fry and to make sure to let them drain of oil first, add the additional cornstarch needed, and then refry them again. I finally figured out my rhythm, but I wanted y'all to see that. So you're going to continue this process until all of them are done. That's your first batch. And you're just going to keep frying them and letting the oil drain. Now I have 3 lobsters that I need to double fry. So this did take longer than anticipated. I didn't realize that 3 lobsters would be so many, but guess what? I was so happy that I did get all 3, because I was tearing them up, y'all. When I say I eat all of it, I eat all of the lobster. Not in one sitting, but I ate all of it, because guess what? It's my birthday. And I promise you that if my children were here, I would have shared some, I think. I mean, yeah, I would. So we're going to continue frying them. and making sure that we let them drain before going ahead for the second fry. And here you go. This is our first round of cooked lobster. So many pieces. Oh my gosh, so many. Look at that. I can't lie, I will admit that I was eating one or two. I don't know why I was so tempted. It didn't have much flavor, but I was like, I'm just going to try it anyway. So these are those same pieces that you had just seen that I added a little bit more cornstarch to, and I'm just testing the oil and testing it out to see if this will work. And it did. So, yeah, I just proceed with the same first step over again with the second step. Okay, so basically, what you're doing is you're repeating the same step as the first one. You're going to just recook them for another 2 to 3 minutes, and then you're going to put them to strain the oil. And here they are after the second fry. This is exactly what I wanted to achieve, and I will admit that if I had a wok or something that was not like this white pot that I use with the oil, deep fryer, I should say, it would have had a crispier exterior, and I probably wouldn't have had to have done a double fry. But I was trying to be creative, and you know what? In the end, it worked out. You use what you got, and you just go with it. The flavors are there. So let's move right along to the final few steps. You're going to add a little bit of oil to your pan or your wok, which I think I'm going to purchase one because I do foresee myself making this dish again. And you're going to fry those up for a couple of seconds just to release the flavor, and then you will proceed with adding your lobster. After all your lobster pieces have been cooked with the ginger and the garlic, you're going to go ahead now and add your green onion. And I'm going to toss these up, not for too long, because I don't want them to get too soft, and I do like them to be, I want not crunchy, but still have a slight crunch to it, especially the white parts, before going ahead and adding the sauce. I'm going to add the sauce gradually, just because I know the cornstarch is going to cook really quickly, and I want to make sure that each piece gets coated nicely. So slow and steady always wins the race, and this is the step that I'm doing. I could have added it all at once, but I just chose to take my time because I didn't want to have it overly saucy. So I'm kind of eyeballing it and making sure that it is right where I need it to be. Okay, y'all, and when it's done, you know what? I just put it onto my sheet pan or my cookie tray, my multi-purpose tray, and this is the end result. So succulent, sweet, salty, savory, all the things you want in a meal, and this is the final result of my ginger lobster. Ugh. Mm-mm-mm. She's happy. How happy? Well, y'all are about to see how happy. Yes, man. You must do a happy dance. You know, I was told greedy people always dance either before, during, or after they eat, and I accept my greediness. But you know what? It's probably why I cook as much as I do because I love to eat, and I especially love the food that I make because it's good. I know I have an amazing cooking hand, and I'm glad that I get to share that with y'all. This was so good. So good. I'm so happy. So happy, so happy. And you know what? It makes for a happy birthday, and I'm so grateful I get to share this day with y'all. Remember, God is so good, and oh my God, all the time, and all the time, God is just so good. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.